Welcome everyone to today's podcast. We are excited to have Seema Mehta, who has an inspiring story of resilience and success in life insurance industry. She was a homemaker and later started working her own company in 2017. She manages an asset under management of 35 crores and she has covered 550 lives. Thank you for joining us, Seema.
Thank you, Raj. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you. Seema, your story is an inspiring to many people out in this world. We are very eager to know more about you.
So, Raj, I finished my education here in Bangalore at MES College, and post which I was married. I have two beautiful daughters, and that's about my personal life. I started off my career way back 20 years back, and currently at Bajaj, I've achieved 7 times COT and 1 time TOT. TOT I've done recently with 2 months. Within 2 months, I completed my TOT this time.
Brilliant. That's inspiring achievement.
Thank you.
So, can you elaborate a little bit more on what is this MDRT, COT, and TOT?
You would have heard about MDRT, the $1 Million Roundtable Club. So, this is a very prestigious international club. Hardly 1% of the consultants qualify for this MDRT. COT is 3 times of your MDRT. So, out of that, very few again qualify for COT. And TOT is even a harder club, which is 6 times of your MDRT. So, once you complete 6 times of your MDRT, you are qualified for the TOT, which is called top of the table. So that's one of the prestigious club in insurance industry.
That's amazing, Seema. You are really inspiring all of us on this. So I'm a little curious to understand what made you to shift from being a homemaker and stepping into a corporate world. So what made you to do that?
I always had this desire to be financially independent. I always had a calling that I need to have my own identity. I need to set up my own work. So I was a housewife, I was a homemaker, but I always believed that if I can manage my house well, I can surely be financially independent and I can manage businesses also well. So this really kicked me off and I wanted to come out of my house, and this made me step out of my house and start my career.
So Seema, I know the kind of, how busy you would be at your home, and you are also quite busy in your corporate world. How do you manage these responsibilities?
It's not very easy. Frankly, it's a difficult task because you need a family to take care of, and being a mother, you need to always be around your kids. But it is nothing that it is not possible. It's just that you need to be a more planned and organized. So I always say a woman can always multitask. If I can plan my holidays, I can surely plan my work also. My family has also been equally supportive. My two daughters and my husband, they've always supported my desire of being more financially independent, and they've really supported me and taken care of my house in my absence. So they've really helped me to balance both my office and my work at home.
Oh, that's inspiring. I think a lot of credits has to go to your family as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, nice. So I'm a little curious to understand this point. While you had a very successful career, what made you to start your own company?
While when I was really doing very good at my career, and frankly, looking at my potential, I always had this: when I can work for somebody so well, why don't I work for myself? And there was a calling always that why shouldn't I work for my own self when I'm doing really well? And this made me inspired to set up my own enterprise, my own company. I just stepped out from the corporate life, and it was not an easy journey. I would surely tell you it was a little difficult, but your gut feeling, you need to always follow your gut feeling, and I'm sure you can really do well as an entrepreneur also.
Seema, while that was an amazing answer what you had given for this, there is a lot of youths today in the world struggle with a lot of self-doubt. Have you also gone through it? And if at all, if you have gone through it, how do you overcome it?
When you start something new, you will always have this doubt: will I be able to do it? Can I make it? Will I be able to survive? Will I be able to stretch it long? But as I said, always believe in yourself and believe your gut feeling. Persistency is the only answer for this. Never give up. I'm sure you would always be falling down, but there's a saying which says it doesn't matter how many times you fall, it matters on how fast you get up. So that made me move ahead.
So, in continuation of that question, transitioning from a homemaker to a professional, right? What are your key obstacles or your hurdles or challenges for that matter you encountered while you started this journey?
So when I started way back in the year 20 years back, not many women entrepreneurs were found. So stepping out of the house itself was one big task. So it was not easy. So I had to finish my household chores and then only think of coming outside. So there were obstacles, but as I said, a woman can multitask. So I made sure that my house is happy. If my house is happy, my work was happy, and the family started supporting me for this.
So if you have to go back and tell something to yourself, what would that be?
So when I go back, I would always think that why didn't I start early?
That's pretty interesting, right? With the kind of support what you are getting from your family, I'm sure that by now it would have become much bigger for you.
Much bigger. I would have added 2-3 more zeros to whatever I've been doing now.
That's interesting. Okay, so coming from this background of not having a professional experience, how did you start? Who were your initial set of customers?
So my first initial customers has been my known people, my well-wishers who really who were interested in me moving up in life. They were the first well-wishers, my family, my cousins. They really supported me, and then I moved on. I never looked back. So they were the first step. I took my first step and the staircase was formed.
Right. And what were your initial hiccups? What were the challenges? Sitting with a customer, sitting with a prospect, talking something new. So what were your challenges at that point of time? What was running in your mind? I really want to understand that.
Of course, being a lady in a financial sector years back, which I'm talking about 15, 18 years back, we were not very much acceptable in the market because there's a myth ke isko kya pata? What would she know about finances and all that? So that was the first obstacle I would face because because I used to end up, meeting majorly men. And the man other side would always think, "Hey, what would she know about finances?" And today she's coming and explaining things to me. So that was the biggest obstacle I would face. But thanks to, I kept growing. I kept developing my knowledge. I kept involving more and more understanding, and this helped me grow.
Nice. So you, in continuation with this, the previous one, what you mentioned, that your initial set of customers have been your well-wishers, relatives. So this was your natural circle. Okay?
Yeah.
So when did you start going beyond your natural circle, and how did you do that?
See, frankly, as I started off, of course, my well-wishers were there who at least gave me that kick, that move ahead. As and when I started moving ahead, my service was recognized, my work was recognized. So I was very clear that I would understand what the other person wants and only then propose him or give him a good option. So as I moved ahead, these started referring me. So slowly the people started knowing me for my service, for my work, for the presentation, and how transparent I am at my work. And my own circle started giving my reference. And so they say, one good man gives you two good leads, and two good leads goes to two good leads. So this actually expanded the market for me.
The referrals are the one which makes it big.
Majorly, the referrals are the one which really. So you need to give your best, and it will follow. Your clients will work for you.
That's amazing. Yeah, it requires a lot of connect the trust surplus what one has to create. I can understand the kind of trust and which you would have established with your customers. So tell us something about this. What is your view? How does one make it big in life insurance industry?
Make it big. Your customers only can make you big. One satisfied customer can give you 10 more clients. So if you need to be big, so you need to be very careful before going to your client or before going to meet any prospect. You should first know about them well, understand what is their requirement, sit with them. You should have a good ear towards what they are saying, understand their requirements, and then give your proposal. So this will really make you big if you are able to, rather than pushing anything, just understand what they want and very clearly give them only what they want. And they will put in the confidence and be very transparent with them. Because today everybody knows everything. The more you're transparent, the more the trust would be built. The more the trust builds, the more you would be growing here.
Fabulous. So how has this career impacted your self-confidence and financial freedom?
Completely.
Is it?
Today I'm financially independent. I take my decisions. I plan my travels. I plan everything. And I don't have to go and ask anybody for any of my financial decisions, of course, with the family support. So this has empowered me completely financially. And when it comes to confidence, as I said, the first time when the mic was given to me, I was not able to speak, and today I'm sitting in front of you and talking to you.
Right.
That should be given. That should be a live example.
It's really motivating. I'm sure this is going to motivate many women in this world.
I would be more than happy if this could add value to them.
So over a period of time, what is a specific skill which you have developed, which you feel really proud of?
Confidence. I think today I'm confident to speak in front of anybody. So frankly, when I actually started, I never knew how to drape a sari also. I was not presentable. I never had the confidence to sit in front of somebody and speak. When the first time the mic was handed over to me, I said sorry and I handed back the mic. So confidence is one of the major things that has come in me. And then my networking skills. I've developed a lot on my networking skills. I'm handling quite many roles now. I'm socially very active. Of all 100%, it's the confidence which has brought me till here, and that is the major skill that is developed. I am in a position today where I have the confidence to sit in front of a person who's 5,000 net worth, or who's just started his career also. I think this is one of the biggest thing that I've developed in the process in this career. I mean, I had a fear when I started off. I had this fear that how will I sit in front of someone? What do I explain him? What do I talk about? But today, even a person who's handling a big industry, also if I'm sitting in front of him, I know what to talk about. I know what to explain him. I'm very clear of what he would require, and anything he talks about, I'm at least there to relate and answer back to him.
I can see that in you, Seema. I think that's definitely a skill what you have developed. Seema, what is one myth or a message which you want to leave it with your inspiring story to homemakers?
Well, I myself am a homemaker first, but of course, I'm handling all other roles. So there's always a myth where we believe that a homemaker is, when it comes to finances, a homemaker can never handle big finances. She can only manage the budget of the house. But let me tell you, if a homemaker can manage the budget of the house, they can surely manage the budget of the country. We have a finance minister today who herself is a lady. So let's come out of this myth. If I can plan my holidays, I can plan my finances of the house and of the country. When it comes to confidence, you just take the first step and you would see that you keep moving ahead, you don't look back. And the major fear what a homemaker would have is, how do I balance my family and my work life? And I'm sure none of the lady would want to compromise when it comes to her kids or her family life. But you can surely balance well if you're well organized. We organize our whole day's course. I mean, I'm planned. Even when there's a guest at home, I plan the menu. I plan what has to be cooked first. I plan the ingredients. It's the same way. You just need to connect your house, your home life and your professional life, and get organized, and you can do everything that's possible. Everything is possible.
Mm-hmm. In continuation with that, if you have to leave one message to a homemaker who thinks that it is too late to start.
Well, Raj, it's never too late to start something. I would say jab jago tab savera. In fact, nothing as such late or early. The more you own responsibilities, the better you perform. So you don't have to worry that it's too late or anything. In fact, when you start, the whole environment conspires to support you. Whenever there's a calling, just step out and start working. Never think that it's too late or it's too early. I believe this few lines which I would want to share here. खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना, खुद ही को कर बुलंद इतना कि तकदीर लिखने से पहले खुदा तुझसे खुद ये पूछे, बताए बंदे तेरी रजा क्या है.
That's an amazing message. Why do you think that one has to plan their finances?
Of course, you need to plan your finances. Everybody has their goals. If you don't plan your finances, how do you move on in life? Everything has to be planned, whether it is a small thing or a big thing. You should always be prepared for a contingency. A planned person will always be able to face things better in life than an unplanned person.
So, can you also elaborate a bit more on your entrepreneurial journey in India?
As I previously said, the journey was not very easy. When I started, I never had the confidence, I never had the guts, I never had the knowledge. But as I moved on, I never thought that I could get into an entrepreneur mode. But when I moved on, I mean, I could get the confidence. Today, I'm running a company of my own. I have quite many employees working for me, and majorly they are all women. Today, I'm handling quite many clients. When I started off, I never knew who would be the first person I would be contacting. Today, my clients refer clients to me. They call and tell me that you need to meet him, you need to meet her. And any person I think that I want to go, any company I think that I want to go and acquire the business there, and I automatically get ways. I get people who are actually referring me there. So it has never been easy, but it is never difficult also. As I said, being an entrepreneur itself is a big task, and for a woman to become an woman entrepreneur is the biggest task. But I'm sure you can manage both the things and you can excel. I mean, in today's world, any industry, any field you see, the women are excelling. The top three professionals or the top three entrepreneurs any industry would see would be women. So there's nothing which can stop us.
Excellent perspective on this. Uh, Seema, over a period of years, you have significant achievements on your side. I'm sure that you would have faced enough amount of setbacks. How do you overcome that, and how do you maintain the same level of motivation?
There always has been a setback, but there's every setback is a story to make you learn and strive better. So I don't know if you would have seen a tiger running. I mean, the first step it takes the first behind. The first step is taken behind, and then it jumps. So this is what I mean. You have everywhere you will have a setback. It's only that how quick you get up, and you have this attitude of never give up, and you will surely move on.
Right. Okay. What are the strategies and practices you have implemented in your career, which takes you to the success?
Of course, the first thing is being very transparent. Integrity wise, you need to be very clear. You should have a very good understanding of your business, understanding of your client's business, understanding of their requirements, and be very clear. I mean, the more clear, the more transparent, the more honest you're with your clients, the more confidence they would get in you. The more you become trustworthy, the more you grow. So the only thing we should have is our clients should trust in completely with us. They should feel safe with us. I mean, when they think, they should think, yes, if I've given to Seema, she will take care of me or she'll take care of my finances. So it should be like you're dealing with your own finances or you're dealing with your own goals. Treat every client's goal as it's your own goal.
Great.
This is what I've learned.
If you have to give one advice to aspiring women entrepreneurs or who wants to pursue their career in insurance, to become an insurance consultant, and if they're hesitating because of social pressures or family circumstances, so what would one advice be to them?
I would say this is the best field for them. So this is one of the field which gives you a lot of flexibility on time. You don't have to. You're not working where you need to start at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and come back home at 9 o'clock. It's your time. It's your day. You decide what time you want to move out, what time you want to come back. You have the complete flexibility, and this is the only industry or one of the industry which doesn't require much investments. So I would always say, don't think this is the best industry. If I could do it, you all also could do it.
Fabulous. So, what is the key? You have significantly achieved many milestones. What are the achievements which you are proud of, and what is your vision for your future in insurance industry?
My first achievement, though it was very small, so I had never traveled in a flight, and I always dreamt of traveling in a flight. And my first achievement, this industry gave me the opportunity to take a flight to Bangkok, and that too with my kids. So that was the biggest, happiest, though small moment for me. And of course, many such events where I've been awarded, where I've been honored, many conclaves I've attended, many seminars I've attended, where I've been called on stage and I've been honored. Yes, but of course, one of the biggest thing was where I got an opportunity to meet the chairman of the Bajaj Group, and I get honored with him, and I get an opportunity to have a personal discussion with him. I mean, what beyond that? One of the biggest Bajaj Group's chairman is talking to you, and it's like one-to-one discussion with him. So that was the biggest achievement, and of course, my family has grown financially, socially, emotionally. Everything has supported. This industry has really supported me.
So, what is your vision for your future achievements in insurance industry?
Vision is very clearly, I mean, I have not set any such numbers as vision, but I would always want it to be known by my work. When you think of insurance, you need to think about Seema Mehta.
Wow,
Nobody else other than Seema Mehta.
that's a big statement. How has been your experience with Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance Company?
Bajaj has been growing, and I've been growing with Bajaj. My experience has excellently been good with them. I've become more professional being with professionals. So I would say Bajaj is one company which is very professional, very knowledge driven company, and they make sure that those who are working with Bajaj are equally knowledge driven. The trainings are very good. We are digitally empowered. So today is the world of digitalization, and I can proudly say that I think I get everything on my fingertips. So, and I'm able to provide everything to my customers on fingertips. So Bajaj has been extensively strong enough when it comes to training, when it comes to support on the products. In fact, one good thing I would like to say is you can reach even the top management just a call away. I mean, you don't have to cross 10 barriers, or you don't have to, I mean, you can actually go and meet the top management, and they're more than available for any of your issues. And when it comes to knowledge, they make sure that we are skilled enough, they give us the right training. And I've completely evolved. So from my journey with Bajaj, as I said, that I'm sitting in front of with you, and I sit in front of the customer, and I can talk on and on about so many things. That's because Bajaj makes sure that we are empowered with knowledge, and the ecosystem is made in such a way that you any query, and you're answered, and it's very digitally strong.
If you have to give few suggestion or a tip to a newly joined insurance consultant, what would be that?
First thing is, I would tell, step out of the house, go meet people. But of course, before meeting people, you need to be yourself empowered with knowledge. So learn about the products, learn what you want to present, learn about your customer, learn about his requirements, and then only go and present your proposals. And make sure that you're transparent enough, you're clear, and you make sure that whatever he requires, you give him only that.
Thank you so much, Seema, for spending such an elaborate time with us, giving a lot of insights about the industry, the kind of life what you have gone through, and your experience with Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance. We are really obliged about it, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Raj, for considering me capable enough to sit here and speak to you. Thank you so much. समझो हो गया